Okay guys, Grant Virus 404 here again, and we're on part 2 on how to create a gun for CS2D. Now, as you know, we stopped at drawing the outline for the VZ58. I made some modifications, and I think I'll have to make some modifications right now. Basically, I noticed that the magazine was too big and the receiver was too small, and I modified. Yeah, so now the gun is actually longer if you looked at it. It's not very noticeable, but it actually is longer. Just a few pixels though. So, we're no longer gonna need this image. Now, we need to open this in actually, let's open SG502M. It's right here. So yeah, oh shit, it doesn't feature that. Just recent modification that I made. So we're gonna need to open reference 2 in Photoshop because we're gonna need to use the color picker tool. So what you're gonna want to do is now pick a color and fill in various parts of the gun with it. Now we're gonna just create a new, oh shit, I'm just gonna want to create a, shit. Yeah, these. Pass these set to 100. Now we want to fill the representing parts of the gun with the color that they have in a real life photo. I picked the color from this and I filled the photo with it, and I filled the parts of the gun that have it in the goddamn, what the hell. Okay, so the VZ58 is pretty simple and only has two colors. One for the, I don't know what the material is called right here, and one for the steel. Yes, this is actually a full steel gun. This will do. Once again, selecting this, and you might actually not want to create a layer for the filler, right, as I did. But it's not very necessary, but I did it anyway because, well, I think it's gonna be useful if once again I want to delete certain parts of like the filler without actually modifying the border. Actually, we might even not need this. Let's merge it. Now, instantaneously, what I did is, I think, is wrong. So let's fill it with this. Yeah, kind of looks like it. Once again, we might have to tweak it. Okay, so now we have this. If you right now released this gun on Game Banana, it's actually a publishing site for various game mods, I would give this a 3 out of 10 because it's shit. It's literally shit right now. It's dog shit. It's not good. It's not good at all. If you, well, I don't know. I don't know, man. I just don't know. So I remember there were parts like this. There were metal parts. I'm just playing with my magnet right now, so don't mind the noise again. Okay, we need to add detail. Now, you can show that a surface is curved by making the upside, this whole thing. This whole thing. You can make this a. You can make a sort of gradient shadow right here, and down here you want to create a darker gradient shadow. It's just going to show that the object is curved, and depending on the strength of the effect, it's going to basically show how much the object is curved. So first of all, we're going to create the brighter side. Now, how I select the brighter colors is basically I go to the color picker tool and go up towards the brighter colors, and that's basically it. So now I want this to be maybe 2 pixels. Yeah, 2 pixels. This is gonna be much brighter. We zoom out. Kinda looks okay, but I think it's too saturated. So we'll actually we're gonna redo the entire thing. The colors were bad. So if we want less saturated colors, we go towards this side. Yeah, that's a bit better, I think. Add color again. Yeah, that's a bit better. And mostly why I think it looks like crap is because I didn't add the shadows on this side. So once we add that, it will probably look better. It will probably look better. Now, we don't actually need to saturate the darker colors, we're just gonna keep the saturation at the same level. If we find the effect to be a bit too, yeah, well, let's actually check the reference. The edges here are kind of more cornered, I guess. So we might have to simply erase this entire part and just fill it like this. Yeah, kind of like we did in this part. Yeah, so now we're gonna pick an even darker color, and we're gonna create. So basically, we're just now created shadows. Created shadows, and yeah, it looks much better now, doesn't it? So as I said before, you do this to show that an object is curved. Now we won't be able to do the same strength in here because, well, this part is way more, way less thick. So we want to show that this is kind of different too. So we're just gonna create a. Oh man, it's not gonna work. Should we just? Yeah, it kind of works. Can't leave a single part of the gun undetailed. It's gonna look like crap then. Okay, so now we want to select one of these wood bits, I guess we call them, and slightly saturate it. We're gonna go to the brush tool now. Set the brush tool to 1 pixel. And now you're just going to want to splash these random bits onto the wood. Actually, we want to set the opacity to something small. We want the whole wood thing to be kind of grainy, I guess. And we're just gonna create some bigger splashes. Yeah, kind of looks like it, I think. So now we're going to want to select a oh wait, that's bad, I think. No. I'm going to create a crossbeat breed between the two. Something like this, maybe. Now we're gonna create a darker color. So yeah, you basically meddle around with the shadows just like this. Now hold on your horses. So if we create those details right now, it's not gonna be good because you can see these 3 small gaps. I'm gonna want to add them to the handguard. I'm not exactly sure how it will work, but well, I will try it. Yeah. And now, once for all, we can create these wood bits, wood details, I guess. Fast to 40%, good. Darker, brighter ones, I mean. Yeah, looks good. Now once again, create the same thing right here. I think there's like shadows, you might want to add them. Yeah, looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the wood right now. Might have to want to do the iron right now, or steel, exactly steel. It has a reflection, so we'll have to add it. Yeah, great. Let's select a very bright color and basically paint it right here. And we're gonna want to do this for all these smaller parts, I guess. So basically here, here. We won't be able to do this on the barrel, you know, because it's just 1 pixel wide, so it's either bright or it's either not. It's gonna be much darker color, closer to the, something like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now lights, select a bit of a darker color, paint it right here. Now if you released a gun like this, I would, I guess, give it a 4 because it's barely finished. Everything is ruined by this nothingness. It's not good either. Okay, so now you want to add these curves onto the magazine. I think I'll just go with a darker effect. So it's gonna be just a darker color along the outline. It's basically like this. Now it doesn't look quite right. So we're going to do it by... Oh shit. How the hell do I do it now? I guess I'll just improvise then. Doesn't look right. If we do it like this. No, it doesn't look right either. Trial and error. It's just trial and error. Yeah, I can see all sorts of details right here. I'm not actually sure that this whole thing is gonna cut it. Why not add detail maybe? No, we're not gonna do that. So as you can see, this will, we'll work on this later. So as you can see, the whole upper receiver isn't as dark as the lower receiver is, so we want to brighten, so we want just to paint this entire color over the upper receiver. Yeah, like this. Like this. Just like this. Okay, then what? This has some dark border, but I'm not exactly sure we'll be able to add it. Now I know that the bolt is visible on both sides, so we'll zoom in and add this little part right there. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it. It's probably going to be a brush and maybe, yeah, maybe an even brighter color would do it. It's going to be a brush and it's going to be 2 pixels big. Opacity to 100%. Now, we need a brighter color. This one barely has an effect. No, we need an even brighter color, so I'm going to make a change. That's pretty good. Bleeds out, but we're gonna fix it. Now you can see that there are these notches right here. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do the same damn thing. Only now we're gonna use the pixel mode, the pencil mode, and we're gonna just add 2 of these. Just go straight like that. Now, those rivet things that we have seen, we'll want to select the base color and even darken it, and we're going to add those rivets. No, I don't want the snap tool. Actually, no, we're going to use the brush tool. We want to have an effect or something like that. Yeah, just like this. Now, the rivet is clearly seen. Actually, I think there's no divisor that actually shows that this is the I don't know what it's called. So we're just gonna select the darker color. We're gonna select the pencil tool and we're gonna draw a line here. Maybe it'll work. And a line here too. I think it's too big. We'll go forward by 1 pixel. Yeah, kind of works now. We will tweak with it because I'm not exactly happy with this progress, if you can see right here. Now we have to work on the this part right here. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it. I see a rivet. Let's add it. You just start with what seems to be easiest to you, and then you work on it. Work on the progress, you know. Okay, river added. I think the barrel could use some detailing. You can actually see a darker part there. We're gonna just darken it. Just like that. Yep. Now what else do we see? Oh, we have this little thing. Oh, and we also have this thing, but we're not gonna add it actually, because I'm a lazy fuck. Let's select this rivet color. It's actually the same. Wait, same as this or not? I'm not exactly sure. Brush tool, adding rivet. Yeah, the barrel looks semi-complete to me right now. Of course, the receiver could use some work because as you can clearly see, it's not as detailed as the wood is. The wood's pretty damn complete to me right now. I think if we add a shadow effect on this whole thing, not this though, maybe we will, something like a soft gradient. No, we're actually gonna select a darker color, and we're gonna use color burn with the pixel and set the opacity to something much smaller, like 10%. That's not how it works. So it actually not, well, darken maybe works. Yeah, darken works. That doesn't work the same way, so it's not as strong. Okay. So it does. Not as strong. 25%. So as you can clearly see, this entire texturing process is trial and error, and as I said already, there is no way to avoid it. Or set the opacity to 20%, and we'll set the opacity to 10%. Yeah, so yeah, that's the soft gradient I was talking about earlier. So yeah, now it actually feels better. We'll need to add a darker blotch on this part though, I believe. So yeah, now the entire thing that you can see I'm doing is very, how do you call it? It's trial and error. So I believe you shouldn't do the same things as I do. Obviously, you may be texturing a different gun, and you won't be able to apply the same techniques. And this is where your effort goes in, and this is where you mostly see if you are you have a strong will enough to, if you have the talent to actually figure out what should you add. Now this is now all of this. All I'm doing is basically trial and error, as usual. Wait. So you mean this entire... What the hell? Maybe I selected a different color. Yeah, I think I did. Maybe the opacity set to something smaller. Oh, yeah, it is. I forgot this. Let's set the opacity to something smaller. We don't actually want the strength to be the same. And we're going to draw a straight line. Oh man, now it's going to separate it between the two. No, we don't want that. Yeah, it looks good. It looks very good. I see some rivets, so we're going to try to add as much detail as possible. We're not going to add this because screw it. And this is somewhere up there. Yeah, up there. A rivet on the this part, and I think the fire selector, yeah, is where it's at. Now the fire selector is going to be improvised. I think I'm going to bleed out to the edge, and yeah, I think it'll work. I'm going to select a brighter color. I'm going to select a pencil too, and then I'm going to draw this. Does it work? No, it doesn't, because it's too... It blends in. No, it doesn't blend in. It's barely even seen. It's very flat right now. We're gonna want to add a darker effect on the edges like this, and a brighten effect on this part, maybe. Yeah. Kind of works. So now, if you uploaded a gun like this, I'm gonna give an instant 8 out of 10 because it is good. It's already good. It's pretty detailed. The shape is being kept, but you don't have the magazine, which we'll work on a second. We need this part, maybe, I don't know. Oh, this part is pretty damn bland. So we'll just create maybe a shadow. Using the brush tool. Using the brush tool to the brush tool, and why I like it so much is because it disperses the effect. Disperses the color. Yeah, barely noticeable, but that's what I want. Now the receiver is pretty much complete, I believe. We'll work on the magazine now, which is where most of the work is at, and I have no idea how to fucking do it. We'll start fresh, I believe. This is the way it would go. We have a gap, and we have a gap here, so I think we'll just feature those parts. Which means that this is gonna be brighter. So we're gonna select the color here. I'm gonna make something like this. So now, as you can clearly tell from a distance, it looks like it's a slope up. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you is that brighter color means that there is a slope up, and darker color means that there is a slope down. At least that's how I perceive it. So now we will want to select the main color, because I forgot where actually it is in the palette. And we're going to want to select a darker color and maybe use the brush tool this time. And draw it somewhere along the edge, I think. Somewhere along here too. Oh yeah, drawing mode is so too what I actually use. I think we will just create a brighter part right here just for the fun of it, just for the sake of it. Yeah, looks pretty detailed to me. Now we won't work on the barrel, because you can think that needs some attention, but believe me, there is no potential way we can add some more detail. This is complete right now. Oh, actually I think I just forgot one small detail, and it's the trigger that we're gonna add by using this. Yeah, it looks like a VZ58 to me. We save this image. No, actually we can't just save it right now. We need to create a new layer that's below the main gun. And you want to fill this with R255 and no. G is supposed to be 0 and blue 2552. So now you can see this little thing. This is the color we're trying to achieve. And now you want to fill the background with this. Basically, why I'm doing this is because I'm just playing with some shit right now too. So very sorry. I'm very sorry. So now, why do I do this? Is because BMP. We're gonna save this in BMP. It does not support transparency. Transparent pixels are not supported by BMP, and this is the only format we can actually use. So I guess Counter-Strike 2D actually perceives this color, which is made, as transparent pixels. So this whole brightly colored region will be invisible, completely transparent. So we'll save this as BMP. Now, as you remember, there are 3 files for this. 4 files, I think. 4 files, yeah. 4 files. We want to replace both of them. Why do I keep saying retarded things? SG552BMP and SG552D. So D is what we're gonna work on next. The dimensions are gonna be 13 30 by 10, I think. 30 by 10. 30 by 11, close enough. Now, as you can see, it throws us into another pixelated house, so we want to undo this, and we'll want to select a different resampling method. I think it's gonna be the nearest neighbor. Oh god, that's fucking horrible. No, it's actually gonna be cubic automatic again. Just have to draw an outline of the gun again, but I'm not exactly sure how the hell are we gonna do that. Main gun. Something like this, maybe? No, wait, that's wrong. When I worked with different models, it was completely different, you know. Want to move this entire piece down 1 pixel. And we want to extend the iron sight. We also want to extend this piece right here. Create a shadow. You see, it isn't just like resize it and you're done. You might actually need some work. Sometimes you don't, but sometimes you do. And when you do, make sure you do work on it. So basically you want to keep their proportions the same, and you want to create an outline again of the gun. Know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. I'm just gonna fill this with the same damn color. Not exactly a good thing. I'm not saying you should do this, but I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, so it's okay. Okay, like this. This thing, I think it's pretty damn bloated, if you ask me. So what we're gonna do is simply draw a straight line here and here. And I'm gonna erase these completely. Erase this too. This looks bloated. Erase this. Erase this. Until it looks okay. Doesn't look like as blocky as it does right now. Oh god, this is tough. This is what you see when you drop it. Yeah, I guess it's kind of better now. Okay, so now what you need to do is erase everything that's beyond, because if you look closely enough, there are some transparent pixels and you don't want them because they'll hinder. Oh yeah, you see this? You need to refill the edges of the image again, so it's completely I don't know what you call this color, magenta maybe. Okay, now we're done. Save this as actually we might trim the image, crop it, yeah, crop's a proper word today. I'm gonna say this BMP again. This is gonna be SG552 D. We open up SG552M PNG. Let's make sure it's PNG. Oh shit, it can't be. No, I don't want to save. No, not the BMP. Yeah. looking at it, it looks pretty good. So now what we'll want to do is oh, actually we don't. We'll actually want to do the K right now, but we'll just need to. Oh, actually, see. Create some more canvas space on the edges. The height will be 30. And the width is going to be 84. So we need some space. So now we want to fill the transparent region with white color. Now actually we want to select this. Tolerance 255. Select this entire gun and fill it with black. Complete black. Now invert select. Select inverse and fill it with white. Now invert the image. Completely inverted. Now you want to set the size to something like 2910. And make sure that oh crap, what the hell am I doing? Image size 8430. 29 by 10 and be cubic maybe. I don't know what it does, but anyway. So as you can see, we've got these ugly frames. Remove them. So yeah, this is the kill image. Looks pretty good. It's supposed to be that small, so don't worry about it. SG552_K. Now we want to actually find the SG552, copy it over to VZ58, and open it in Photoshop. Now, actually, I think the gun that we're currently seeing is way too fat. What we're gonna do is raise the gun until it looks something like this. Not much space for detail, truly. Not much space for detail. It's okay. Now why am I doing this is because I don't know where exactly the gun is being held at. If we just create if we draw the gun somewhere like here, I think it's gonna be off the player and it's gonna look like shit again. Extending the barrel because the gun is quite long actually in real life. Actually screw it. Actually screw it really. Okay, this is it. This is it. I think we just created all the files. So yeah, this is it for the tutorial, and yeah, the second tutorial is the third tutorial. It's actually released right now. Go watch it. It's about releasing your gun and making it work in CS2D. And this is Antivirus 404. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you learned from it. And I'll see you next time.